Probably. Should be. Looks like it. Hello, Claire. That was fast. Hope you are doing well. I pause this. I don't want to pause. I just want to mute it. Just got on. Normal stuff. Posting everywhere. If my tweets there will load at least. Huh. Interesting. Posted on Twitter. Now School Hoji. Then I guess I'm going to check Claire's 2-year plan to see if it looks right, considering she's the first one to do it, and that's the assignment I was most worried about. I'm glad you liked it. Uh, Basically helps you see how to actually do a course plan and look at it, because like I said before, most advisors, well, not most, my advisors suck. Doesn't mean your advisor will suck. Yep. For the most part, you got it right, Claire. Let me make sure. You're supposed to add your cumulative total of things, but I can definitely tell already that you already have it. Basically, as long as you have like around 15 credit hours per semester, you're Gucci. And you have one of 13, two of 16, and one of 15, which math skills should work. Yeah, that's not even gonna do that. It's math skills. That's 60 credit hours is the associate's degree. Uh, yeah, okay, good. They do give you. They did give you college success skills, which you have to take at TCC. At a realm or time. Uh, I mean, they sure do have plenty of classes on Rome, probably, but yeah, this is for the most part nothing crazy. The only thing I would say too is look through the electives and see what you like. I mean, there's plenty of stuff. It's an elective. Electives don't really matter that much. I mean, they do, but like I took indoor plants, like I said. I took intro to human development mainly because it was online and no one cared. I took it with my friends. I could never take any of the TCC requires you to take like a PE class. Like my brother took a self defense class, which he found out uh, was awful when he was at TCC because it was like a women's self defense class, and they were trying to tell him that all the stuff he knew from wrestling was wrong, and he's like, "No, you're wrong. You don't know what you're doing. I do," and he's correct. Uh, Wrestling is the best base for anything for self defense. Good. I'm glad that you're doing Avid this week. Doing 1 week at a time is a good choice. It's not a bad thing to do at all. I like it. Getting your stuff done. Uh, just know, like, even though I think you're the only one in here right now, uh, I'm going to be sending out progress reports to parents because I found out how to do that. Well, I kind of knew how to do it, but now I'm actually going to do it on Friday, which states whether or not kids have done their work. And if they haven't, well, parents will see. Mr. Matthew Brown guinea pigged it for me, and he got so many responses from it. And by guinea pig it for me, he told me he was doing it. I was like, yeah, I should probably do that too. But yeah, doing a class, good choice. Get it done. Knock it out. Get out of the way. I've had 2 kids do three kids now do my full class for it was 9th and 10th grade, which admittedly are kind of easy assignments, to be honest, for the 9th and 10th graders, in my opinion. But it was to help them be able to focus on everything. This is very confusing, but Avid just sent me back to this. Like, I log into the Avid website, like my Avid. I guess because they added a new website. That's why. Okay, and it's basically having me accept their terms and commitment again. I'm like, oh. Yeah, that's fine. If you don't like, if that works for you, that works for you. I wouldn't worry too much about it. Like, as long as you might just like send a quick message to your teachers is what to be ahead of the curve. Like that's kind of what like when Miss George was talking to us about it. She's like, if your kids aren't doing work and they like basically say I'm doing this one class this week, then your class next week, let them do it. Just say, cool, sounds good, buddy. Because I mean, if that's what you're about, that's what you're about. If it helps you focus that way, get it done that way. I think it's a logical thing. It's kind of why I like how Chesapeake does classes a little bit. Yeah, I like how Chesapeake basically said that if you don't do any of your work this fourth quarter, you get an incomplete instead of a grade for your class, which means you don't actually do the class for one thing. You don't get to the class, but you also like what they have block scheduling, but you go to the same classes every day for a semester, and then you switch the second semester. Uh, so I'm all about that. Like seeing the same stuff every day, I think is really beneficial because you get to practice. Like kind of like how they have math labs now when they used to not have it. They now have like Algebra 1 and then Algebra 1 lab. So you see your algebra class every single day. And like shockingly, since they've done that, like the algebra and geometry scores have skyrocketed. It's almost like it's works, huh? Uh, all right. I've had sophomores take AP psychology, and there I've had them take it before, theoretically, but they say it might not, and it might not just be like, so how they do like classes, Selena, is it might just be full, unfortunately, and usually they take priority. Sophomores don't get priority if it's full, so they might have too many people sign up for it, so that you didn't get in because it's priority. I have had 10th graders take it, but it might just be full, or they might have changed it. And to be completely honest, they might have changed it to be 11th or 12th grade class, and I don't know that for sure. Uh, why is this so far down? I just realized that. I guess I accidentally clicked on this. Weird. You can see my legs now, though. They're pretty nice. Uh, but yeah, I don't know, Selena. I've had sophomores take it. Uh, but it might be full. It might be changed. It's possible either way. Oh yeah, my legs are very tan. I go outside at least once every 3 days. Usually two actually, but whatever. I don't know what knocked it up though. That was weird. Yeah, good. Keep your planner. Keep your stuff. If Faith is fully signed up for it, let me check that real quickly. Because she might claim to be signed up for. I think I can still. I can currently check your course schedules for next year. It sometimes lets me. It sometimes doesn't let me. I don't know why. Nope. Doesn't let me. Not right now. Weird. Well, Selena, I'm also just guessing that. I don't know for sure, to be honest. That's because I can't remember what class it was. One of my like sophomores. No, one of my sophomores. Yeah, sophomores going into junior year. Well, didn't get put in a class, and they told me it's because they had. It was a similar situation. And also with Faith's schedule, even though you said she's in it, she might not be due to the whole academy requirements that she has. So she might have it as a backup elective right now on her schedule when she has academy electives and she has to take a class over the summer to be able to be in it. So it might just be a backup, which means they don't really even look at it, to be honest, until it comes to the point where it's there. So she might want to check that. I don't know. And that might be the case. I don't, like I said, I'm postulating, guessing, assuming. You know what sometimes happens when you make, oh, when you assume you make an ass out of you and me. I'm so very interested in what moved this. I bet you that my camera fell down. I bet you that's what happened. Or up? No, that'd be stupid. I must have clicked on something on accident. Oh, okay, yeah. I'm like this is lagging a lot today, so I'm not getting your comments. Yeah. Yep. I was very confused by what you had just gotten, to be honest. I mean, I do live, Selena, in a 101-year-old house now. I think, yeah, 101-year-old house in Norfolk, so it might be haunted. I have not noticed any ghosts in my house, but don't. I also don't live too far from the monument for the yellow fever that happened, like the yellow fever outbreak in Norfolk that like killed like a lot of people in the early 1900s. There we go. 1855. In memory of the victims of the yellow fever epidemic of 1855, no one knows exactly who they are or how many found their final resting place there. It was a neighborhood burial site, likely added to over the course of a month. And that is about a 3-minute walk from my house. So who knows? Maybe my house is haunted. Apparently, the 3,000 died in the outbreak. Huh. Probably more than that, according to things. And that was when the city was much, much, much smaller. So, Matthias, how you doing? Yeah, that happens, unfortunately, sometimes in pandemics and diseases. People just get stacked on top of each other. I mean, it's like God, I'm losing my mind. The Monty Python movie. I should know these things. And the Holy Grail is like bring out your dead and just have tons of people stacked on top of each other. There we go. That's the thing I'm doing. I like that, Matthias. Hopefully your stuff's good to go. I'm checking through it. I honestly am starting to go through some of the freshmen now, so I really hope that your stuff's good. As long as you did a decent effort, I'm good with it. If it didn't, I'm probably gonna tell you it's bad and that you need to redo it. So hopefully you're doing good jobs. I do not live far from hospitals at all. I could walk to CHKD from here, or EVMS, or we're like anywhere in Ghent. You can walk to EVMS. It's very close. Yeah, Luth. Me and Matthias figured this out as like Luthi. I think I can't remember. It has been so long. He sometimes goes back to his normal non-Luthi one too. Damn, I'm dumb sometimes. The biggest problem I always have is when people talk about the VA, and I think it means Virginia because I've been born here. When it means Veterans Affairs, I wouldn't call parts of Ghent. I would call it. I don't know if I call it rustic. I think of more of a hmm, classical. Yeah, I get it as a little thigh. That is not what it looks like, man. If it was little thigh, I can understand like thigh, the last part, but la thigh, la thigh like Matthias kind of. But I don't see it. I don't see the Lu being la little. I still don't get it. I'm on your TV. Yeah, if you technically, I guess it would be pretty easy, to be honest. Like I could put myself on my TV right now because I have a whatever you call it, a Chromecast. I love Chromecasts. Uh, so it would be pretty easy. Or if it's like you have an iPhone, there's probably something to screen like that too. Ooh, that's interesting. Netflix just told me that there's a new Jerry Seinfeld special on there. I like Seinfeld, but Jerry Seinfeld's a jerk. Luthai. Exactly, that's what I'm doing, Selena. Saying Luthai. I'm gonna pull up my YouTube since I am now currently type like working on giving feedback. Like I should be doing. Uh, I gotta exit out this. I gotta switch to this. I was watching some John Mulaney before I was on. There's me. To comment to the last things that just got brought up all in the last 5 seconds, the Zoom karaoke did not go great, but I know how to do it better in the future. So, because with the screen sharing didn't work well, to be honest, because apparently there's a lag. But if you send the playlist to the people, they choose their song, you choose an order, they play the music, and they sing along. It's fine. That's the way to do it. That, and I also forgot, since I was like the quote unquote host, this mic, if it's plugged in on Zoom, gives feedback because of my speakers unless I have my computer muted. So that was an issue. Two, I don't even know what the OBX is, to be honest. I know it's the Outer Banks, duh. But I guess, come on, Netflix, what are you doing to me? I don't want to know about the actual Outer Banks. They just had 2 seasons of it. Is this just Riverdale in the Outer Banks, pretty much? Because that's what it looks like. It seems to be just. Yeah, I know. It seems to just be Riverdale and the Outer Banks. Hello, Shamira. Fun fact, actually, the Outer Banks sucks. Anyways, Charleston's a pretty cool city. Whereas the Outer Banks is boring. Not a problem, Shamira. I love working with kids. I love, like, that's, I mean, like, doing these is fun. Talking to kids, interacting, working, that stuff is fun. Grading isn't. Uh, that means nothing to me, Selena. I don't know who John B is. I'm assuming a character. I mean, I also haven't seen Riverdale either, to not to BH, TBH. So I don't know what up Netflix. What's the last thing I watched on Netflix?
What is something that you're looking forward to or dreading?
I want. What is? I didn't click on anything.
What is some
You and I know each other
Stop it.
on a certain level.
Playing it live. Dang. I've actually been watching Brooklyn Nine again. That's on Hulu. I think. No, I don't think. I know it is. I don't know what. Is it my list? Is that where? Yeah, I've been watching Brooklyn Nine, which is a great show. Oh, though, yeah, there's a few things on Netflix right now I do want to watch for sure. Yeah, Lil Fi, maybe get some melatonin potentially. That is the best way to avoid oversleeping. Well, sometimes it depends. Your body interacts with it too. I sometimes take it, sometimes don't because I don't. It's not great when I wake up, but if I take it in a reasonable time for it to process, like I take it at like 8:30 to be in bed by midnight. Um, it's not a problem. And then I can wake up. Like I have to wake up at a like I woke up at 8 a.m. today. I know I was shocked too. I have to do it again tomorrow. I have to do it on Friday. Oh, I was doing it on Friday because I go shopping on Friday. But that can help you kind of correct your schedule. In high school, I was very much one of the kids who's like, "All right, hear me out in this. If I just stay up forever, then I'll fall asleep at the right time the next day. That's not good for you, just FYI." Like my Fitbit monitors my sleep score, and since school has been quarantined outside, I have my sleep score has gone up over 10 points. So that's a good thing. Yeah, grocery shopping. What do you think? I have to eat food. My chicken and vegetables are good. Yeah, you shouldn't go to bed at 9 a.m. for sure. I'm going like grocery shopping. I go to usually to Wegmans. I like Wegmans a lot. The prices are decent. They support their workers. It's usually a pretty good place. So that's mainly what I do. Yeah, it's a bet like yeah, Wegmans is so good. I agree. Uh, No, I go to the one in town center. The main reason I go to Wegmans is because the Harris Teeter A costs more. That's the one in Ghent. Is the main one. There's a Food Lion too. But for some reason I always forget the Food Lion exists. I just kind of like Wegmans. I don't mind the drive because I only drive my car like once a week. But the Harris Teeter is just a mess. Absolute mess. Nobody's social distancing. I hate it. I do not like going there. Everyone's like shoulder to shoulder, not doing anything. I don't like it. I'm like, I don't like this. Where Wegmans has been doing it relatively correctly. Though also, Selena, you're not missing out on too much now, to be honest, because right now, even though like Wegmans is still a great grocery store, all the fun stuff like that they have, like the pre-made foods, like the burger bar and all that stuff that everyone goes wild about, is closed down because of the whole COVID-19 thing. My uh the ultimate best one I like. I'm a Kroger guy, to be honest. I'm a Kroger guy. I like Kroger, but there's no Krogers near me. I would usually stop at the one by the school. I had a pet when I was in high school. I have had dogs and all that kind of stuff, but I have not had one recently. I guess Chase Stokes, since I had that episode you're saying is live on the IG probably. Yeah, I don't get it. I forget Food Line exists for some reason. I don't know why. It's literally right by my house too. It's just crossed 21st Street. It would take me 4 minutes to get there on a car. How'd I know that it was that guy? Because I literally opened the page when you guys said you need to watch Outer Banks. So I opened the Wikipedia page on Outer Banks, and it says the name Chase on there. Pretty much is how I knew. Yep, I caught you guys. Oh no. computer's like dying right now. This isn't good. Did John B catch you? I already looked up a picture of Chase Stokes. He looks like a blockhead with long hair. Sorry. I square head. He looks like handsome Squidward, long hair. See you later, Shamir. Yeah, that's what that dude looks like. 100%. Yeah, that's how you spell that word, I think. All right, since you guys kind of dried out because you're laughing, probably watching Chase Stokes. Any other questions, comments, concerns? I'm gonna be on for about 10 more minutes. Auntie Anne's pretzel place. You can say Auntie Anne if you want to too. It's your personal choice. It's either Auntie Anne's or Auntie Anne's. I usually say Auntie Anne's. Like how the restaurant that used to be a restaurant right on Providence Road, not Providence Road, what am I saying? Holland Road, across from the Wawa called Aunties or Aunties. But now they moved just to their Norfolk location, and that location rebranded to Tiki's. But yeah, Aunties or Aunties. Okay, that one's done. Hmm. Nice. Any plants today? No, I have no plants today that I forward. I know of. Nor plans. I already this morning. I already ran and did yoga and all this stuff. Uh, so I am. My plans for today now include doing laundry and doing trying to finish all of the comments and feedback I have for all of the things, which is not a like a bad thing because like I didn't expect so many kids to do their assignments. It's kind of a bad thing to say, but it's true. Based off like the continuity of learning, where I had honestly about 30% of kids do it max, whereas 80% of ninth graders turn in their assignments so far. Some have done more than like so. Like I think now two or three are done with everything, and about 75% of the 10th graders did their assignments. You 11th graders and 12th graders are slacking more. They have like closer to 40 to 50%, but also their assignments are slightly harder. And also, I'm not shocked by that literally at all. That that's the case. That is, if I had to guess, that's exactly. It's like how the parent night thing comes in. You grow older. There's less parents. It just makes sense, to be honest. It's not good, but it makes sense. I'm not surprised by it. Yeah, I had a certain wrestler text me today and be like, "Do I really need to do this stuff to graduate?" The way it's worded is, "Yes, you do need to do stuff to graduate." So just do it. Yeah, the high school reflection also isn't like difficult. It's just like you figuring out what you gotta do. Are you sure? I feel like he didn't turn in. Though I do feel like he didn't turn in the college landing plan yet, but I could be wrong. Or you could have just turned it in that I don't know about. Uh, like I honestly don't think, and like to be honest, and most of the assignments aren't very hard that I assigned. I think they all could be done within a 30 to 1 hour time period max. Yeah, you might have. It doesn't matter that. Well, it does matter, but like I said, to be honest, like you're lucky because you learn look up. It's so easy. Like ODU and TCC actually do a great job. So if it's either of those schools, you just literally look up those schools like checklists, and they're super helpful. Oh, you did? Oh, whatever. My goal this week is to keep working through as much as possible. Like I said, like it's bad, but I didn't expect this many kids to submit stuff. I'm kind of pumped about that though. It's a good thing. I like the responsibility, especially since they're avid. They're supposed to do this stuff. It's a good thing. Yeah, you guys gave me tons of work. Now, I'd rather just do this than some schools are literally making teachers call and log every single week, call the parents of the kids who don't turn in work. And we're like, for the most part, supposed to do that, especially if they are not doing well in the class, but also most of my kids are doing decently well in the class. All right, it's 4:01. Even though I'm commenting, I'm going to focus on that, make sure I get it done ASAP. If you guys have any last minute questions, comments, concerns, queries, let me know. If not, I'm going to sign off and go knocking out all the stuff I can do between now and whenever I go to bed, I guess. All right.